There are plenty of reasons to be excited about being a follower of Jesus Christ. And the journey with Christ is full of beautiful, wonderful, enjoyable moments. But it won't always be that way. Hello, friends. God bless you. Here we are once again, ready to dig into the scriptures. Let me invite you to go to Matthew chapter 28, verse 8, which is the first text we're going to read today. Matthew 28, verse 8. The Bible says, "So they went out quickly from the tomb with fear and great joy, and ran to bring his disciples the word." Now, these words were said in the context of Jesus's resurrection. The women had come to the tomb ready to anoint the dead Jesus. But when they came to the tomb, they realized that the dead Jesus was not dead anymore. He was alive, and he was alive forever. The angels instructed the women that they should go out and tell the disciples about Jesus. And they didn't even need to tell them. The disciples were so excited to share the good news that the Bible says they ran and shared the news with others. But listen, sometimes being a Christian ain't the easiest way of all. Sometimes the journey with Christ does have its troubles, its issues, its difficulties. Let me go with you to Matthew 28, verses 11 through 15, to read something that these women faced right around the corner. The Bible says, "Now when they were going," let me read it one more time. "Now while they were going, behold, some of the guard came into the city and reported to the chief priests all the things that had happened." Notice, please, that initially the guards did report the truth. Initially, the guards reported that Jesus had risen from the dead. Now, verse 12 says that when they had assembled with the elders and consulted together, they, the chief priests and everybody, gave a large sum of money to the soldiers, saying, "Tell them, his disciples came at night and stole him away while we slept." If you analyze this statement, it doesn't even make sense. So, if they were sleeping, how come they knew who came in the middle of the night and stole the body of Jesus? If they were sleeping, they couldn't notice who came or did what. But the chief priests were so intentional in making them say a false story that the Bible says in verse 12 that they gave them a large sum of money. Let me tell you another reason, a second reason why they gave them a large sum of money. Okay, so when a Roman soldier would fall asleep in his or her post, the Roman soldier was condemned to death. They should pay with their own life because of their failure to fulfill their duties. What were they saying to the soldiers? "You're giving a news that will kill you, but we will." Listen, verse uh, 14 says, "And if this comes to the governor's ears," of course it would come to the governor's ears, "we will appease him and make you secure." Sadly, verse 15 ends with the "so they took the money and did as they were instructed." And this saying is commonly reported among the Jews today. Let me tell you this. Sometimes, as you share the gospel, Sometimes, as you live your experience with Jesus, there are beautiful moments you can enjoy. Christian life, the Christian walk is beautiful. The Lord blesses Christians. The Lord blesses his followers in ways that are beyond words. But sometimes there are issues that you will face. Not everything will be joy, excitement, and everything. Sometimes you will find people who will contradict what you are telling to others. Sometimes you will find people who will not be in agreement with the witness, with the testimony that you are sharing with others. Sometimes you will find criticism. Sometimes you will find hate. Not everything in the Christian walk is going to be easy and fun. Sometimes it will be tough. But I am here to tell you today that it is worth sharing the good news of the gospel because God is able to transform the lives of others through those news. Today, I want to share the gospel, even knowing that sometimes I will face trouble. Today, I am going to express it in the comments below, but I am also going to try to express it with my life that I will share the good news of Jesus even when I face trouble. It is not about sharing Jesus only in times of peace. It is not only about sharing Jesus when things are easy. It is not about sharing Jesus when things are okay. We are called to share the good news of the gospel even when we face trouble. The women did that, and the results were great, awesome. Let me tell you this one thing before we go. The disciples in general were not willing to share Jesus in easy times. But there came a time when the disciples were persecuted. And when they were persecuted, they were forced to go out and leave. But the beautiful thing is that the same disciples who were unable to share Jesus in times of peace made the wonderful decision to share the gospel even when they were facing persecution. I pray that you will learn to share the gospel now in times of peace so that when the times of trouble come, you will continue to share Jesus and his transforming gospel. May the Lord who is risen bless you today and always.